Golf Mike Hotel, holding 22, ready for departure.
Golf Mike Hotel, runway 22, surface wind 24019 knots, take off your discretion.
Golf Mike Hotel.
Golf Sierra Delta, basic service, report ready for rejoin.
Feet on the floor, you ready?
Yep, all good.
Airspeed increasing, temperatures in the green. 60 knots.
Even the seagulls are sitting down today.
Climb speed 70 knots. Climb out to 1300, left turn.
Did you tell him you're going to climb into the overhead?
No.
Tell him now then.
Golf Mike Hotel, climbing into the overhead and departing to the north-east.
Golf Mike Hotel, report overhead.
Wilco, Golf Mike Hotel.
That's it. The only reason why
Golf Echo Kilo, leaving your zone to south.
the only reason why I'd suggest do it early is because you've now got the complication.
Golf Echo Kilo, Roger, thanks for your visit, free call Gloucester approach, bye.
Thank you, thanks for your hospitality, bye.
Bye.
So I'm quite off the runway a bit.
Yeah, you come off the runway heading, haven't you?
Yeah. 1000.
So when you do a standard overhead rejoin or standard overhead departure, don't get too close to the airfield. Give yourself a little bit of space. The overhead join though is more restricted. You do need to be overhead the upwind numbers.
Yeah, 1000. Turn to the left.
Feet. Good. Climbing turn.
Yeah.
Golf November Charlie, holding short 2-3, ready for departure.
Golf November Charlie, runway 22, surface wind 24017 knots, take off your discretion.
Climb speed.
Taking off Golf November Charlie.
Golf November Charlie will be a climb to the overhead and then for local nav.
November Charlie, roger.
So just begin to gently turn us back round towards the overhead. Coming up to the boundary of the ATZ, you can see.
Yeah.
I'll be there or thereabouts. Take us back directly to the centre.
Golf Alpha Victor, Sierra Delta, Bridge North for rejoin.
Golf Alpha Victor Sierra Delta, roger, report overhead, runway 22 left hand, QFE 1015.
Well, overhead 22 left hand, QFE 1015, and copy the departing traffic, Golf Alpha Victor Sierra Delta.
Golf Sierra Delta, roger, there's one currently climbing into the overhead before setting course northeast, and one just becoming airborne, also climbing into the overhead.
So copy Golf
The aircraft's
Sierra
drifting that
Delta.
way, so you need to come that way.
Yeah, I can see, yeah. 2,000 feet. So my first heading is 23.
Golf Mike Hotel, traffic inbound from Bridge North for overhead join, PA 28.
Golf Mike Hotel.
That's it.
So now my call is...
No, fly the aeroplane first. Aviate, navigate, communicate.
So I'm overhead now. So set my course to 23. 023.
Okay.
Right turn.
You could call him now if you think like you can multitask. But up to you.
01.
Golf Mike Hotel, overhead, departing to the northeast.
Golf Mike Hotel, roger, and report for rejoin or change frequency en route, basic service.
Report rejoin.
Report rejoin, Golf Mike Hotel.
So, just a bit high. 02 time as well. So 10 past 12. So it should take me 13 minutes. 10 past 12. 23 minutes past.
So just do a freedom check.
Golf November Charlie, what would be your outbound track from the overhead?
Outbound track 1843,
So,
November Charlie.
fuel.
Golf November Charlie,
Not
roger,
enough fuel.
traffic inbound from Bridge North for an overhead
Radio.
join is APA 28.
I'm on the right channel.
Roger, looking for traffic, Golf November Charlie.
Behind you,
Golf
right?
Sierra Delta, overhead the field at this time, just to the south of the 22
Golf Sierra Delta, roger, report downwind. You visual with traffic climbing to the overhead?
Wilco, negative visual, Golf Sierra Delta.
Golf Sierra Delta, I believe that traffic is outside you, just on the live side at the moment.
So,
Looking not visual, Golf Sierra Delta. Golf November Charlie visual.
Golf November Charlie, roger.
so fuel got enough yet. Radio on
Golf
the
Sierra
right
Delta,
channel.
it's not dead side descending.
Direction.
Golf
So,
Sierra Delta, report downwind.
Wilco, Golf Sierra Delta.
let it settle. Just between 3 and north. Just between 3 and north. 0102.
What's our ETA to the halfway point?
But it was 23 total, so 7 minutes to Cannock. My grouse hour check was obviously looking at Wolverhampton. I can see the two wind farms at Penkridge.
Yeah. Good.
And I can also see the Pie Green Tower over there, I think.
So our ETA is a time. It's not a lapse time. It's an actual physical time. So what do you make the ETA at Cannock?
At Cannock. ETA, so we set up at 10 past. So, 10 past. Probably about 17 minutes past.
Yeah, that's all I'm looking for. So you've got a lapse time on the leg, and the lapse time's 13 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah.
An ETA is a physical time. Yeah, 15 minutes past, 20 past.
Yeah.
So when you ever ask for an ETA, that's what they're asking you for.
So 02, so I'm on my heading. That's okay.
Good.
Everything looks right.
Good.
I've got Penkridge in front of me to the wind farm. I should see Cannock over there, which I can.
So what I want you to do is just look at where the aircraft's going.
Yeah.
The nose is pointing there, but the aircraft's tracking sideways slightly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that track? Where's your map?
Oh, here we go. Sorry.
You've got to relate what you see to where the map's going. Yeah.
Golf Sierra Delta, downwind 22 to land.
Golf Sierra Delta, report final.
Okay, Golf Sierra Delta.
Are you on track or left of track, right of track? What do you reckon?
Well, Cannock should be on my right,
Okay.
which is over there.
Okay. So would
And
you?
the wind farm, I should be in between the wind farms and Cannock, which I'm probably a bit to the left.
Would say broadly, you're saying you're on track.
Yeah, I'm on track. Yeah.
All right, okay. That's all I'm looking for. That you say yes, no, or left, right.
Golf November Charlie, departing at APZ to the south.
Just got to watch my height.
Yeah,
Golf November
please.
Charlie, basic service, full rejoin.
Basic service, okay, Golf November Charlie.
Big white building just here.
Yeah, that's a prison.
Do you know which one?
That's we got three there. You got Featherstone, Oakwood, and Princeford.
Okay, now you're showing off.
Which one do you want?
Featherstone.
Oh, I'm losing eyes here, so.
Yeah. Now, you're losing height because I'm distracting you, and that's the exact reason why I'm asking you all these questions, to see what you do.
Yeah.
When you take the girlfriend flying or the friends flying, they will want to chew your ear off. What's this? What's this? What's happening here? Where are you going? La 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 la. And what happens? They distract you.
Exactly.
And what do? You lose height or gain height.
Yeah. So, I've got the M6 underneath me now.
Okay.
Hang on, sort this out.
You know what junction that is?
12.
Golf Sierra Delta, runway 22, surface wind 22018 knots, land your discretion.
More commonly called
Roger, Golf Sierra
Gailey.
Delta.
Pardon?
Gailey.
Gailey, yeah.
Yeah, junction 12, Gailey
Junction
Islands.
12
yeah.
Gailey, yeah. I've got the Pie Green Tower in front of me.
Good.
Cannocks on my right now. So after Pie Green Tower, I'm sort of looking towards Blithfield Reservoir. That was my next thing
Lovely.
I was looking at.
Very nice. And in relation to Blithfield Reservoir, are you going to fly over it?
Blithfield Reservoir should just be on my right.
Good.
So that's Cannock down there.
What I'm trying to establish is, are you looking at the ground and thinking about what you should be seeing on the map and vice versa?
Right.
Sounds like you are, because you've got an idea of...
Yeah, because I know where I am, that's why.
Yeah.
Put me
But even if you didn't, you'd say, well, I need the built-up area on my right.
Yeah, which is Cannock, which is there.
And then the next reservoir along, I need that slightly on my right.
So Pie Green Tower is going to go right underneath us.
Yeah, that's it.
Golf Sierra Delta going around.
I'm just trying to find out. There's Blake High School down there, and my mum's house.
I used to live on...
yeah, I know, you tell me.
Yeah.
So my halfway point to Cannock, what's the time now? So we're bang on really, 17 minutes past, which is what I thought.
That's good. So what does that do? It proves to us that the wind is virtually on the forecast. It's not far off, maybe a knot or two under or over, but
yeah,
it's not far off.
So I'm over Pie Green now.
Yeah. And it must also mean that the wind angle, the direction of the wind is pretty similar to forecast as well.
Yeah. I'm just under my height though, so let me climb a bit more. So we've got Rugeley here. Blithfield Reservoir should be at 2 o'clock, which it is. I can see the road going across it.
Yeah, the causeway, good.
That tallies up with my map here.
So no need to change. Yeah. You got to
I've flown this bit like looking outside rather than on my heading. But I'm looked down on my heading, I'm not far off.
That's fine. Yeah. As you become more accustomed to the layout of the land and what you're seeing, you'll do more and more visual flying.
Yeah.
Because you'll know where you're going. What we've got to do there is think about the airspace restrictions that could be around us, because if you stop and think about it, we are flying towards East Midlands airspace, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's sort of my side
over there,
in our 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock position.
Yeah.
So you've got to be conscious that some of that will be down to the surface.
Golf Sierra Delta downwind 22 to land.
And you do not want to go
Golf
into
Sierra
it
Delta, full funnel.
without having the correct
Full
permissions.
clear, Golf Sierra Delta.
Yeah, if you haven't got the correct permissions, you're going to get MOR'd.
Yeah, so once we get to Blithfield Reservoir. I'm hoping to see you Toxeter then. Should be right in front of me. Over there.
Good. If you're unfamiliar with the lie of the land, you've got to look for your main big key features.
Yeah.
Make sure they're on the correct side of the aeroplane, and then that the heading is within plus or minus 5 degrees if you can. And then you've got a fighting chance of getting where you need to go. Overlay that with your time profile. Now your height profile is going to hurt your time, isn't it? Because if you're continually climbing, because you're continually losing height, the airspeed in the climb is slower than your calculated cruise speed, isn't it?
Yeah. So this is Blithfield Reservoir now, on my right.
That looks low. I've seen that a lot higher than it is.
Yeah.
Geez, that does look low.
So my ETA should be 23.
Which I think was what it was when we began, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it's 12:21 now.
My God, that is low.
Utoxia's got it's got the 50 going along it.
Yeah.
Which I've got, but you've got the race course as well. But I don't know whether I'll see it or not.
Eventually you will.
But
well,
it's
good.
It's a bit further than the first bit of Utoxia.
Golf Sierra
Well,
Delta,
we'll see
final
about that.
22 to land.
What else do you know about
Runway
Utoxia?
22, surface wind 22014.
It's got
5 knots, land your
not
discretion.
it is Jaguar, not Jaguar, it's JCB. It's got JCB
Yeah.
by it, so that's quite a big building.
Several quite big buildings.
So they should be to my left a bit, I think.
Have a look.
So Utoxia, I'm coming over it now.
Golf November Charlie, overhead Southport, please proceed to complete landing information.
Try and find the 50.
Golf November Charlie, free call London information, bye.
There should be a dual carriageway going right the way through.
Yep. Are you making an assumption that the built-up area in front of us is Utoxia? Is
Yeah.
that what you're doing? Okay. It sort of marries with the heading, give or take a little bit,
Yeah.
doesn't it? I mean, I think wind's just taking an effect on us.
But there is a river that runs down it.
So with any road, you're always going to struggle until you're virtually on top of them to see them.
Yeah, I think that's JCB down there. I'm not sure yet. I know it's right on the dual carriageway.
Yep.
So I think it is. I think I can see the yellow sign.
Golf Sierra Delta at the far end, vacate left, taxi parking.
You are right, there's three big buildings over there. Those are the three JCB buildings.
So this is definitely Utoxia now. Down here.
You see?
There's the race course.
There's the race course, yeah.
So I was going to get to the race course, turn around and go back.
Yeah, that's fine.
That was my plan.
That's fine.
I was going to go a bit further because last time when I turned around I was off. So,
that's okay.
So if I can turn around and be on my heading by the time I get to JCB. So I just need to have a look at my heading now. I'm just drifting off a bit.
Well, that's all right because the wind is taking its toll on us now, isn't it? It's slightly pushed us to the right of track, so you're amending. So you're curving into the target.
Yeah, so I'm just losing a bit of right. So it's 225 on the way back.
Fair enough.
I'm just lost a bit of right. So we're right over the course now, aren't we?
Yeah, I can see it. There you go. Nay!
So I'm definitely at Utoxia. And I've got the 50 underneath me.
There it is, going its way off up towards East Midlands. You can see East Midlands from here.
You can
Not
see
the industrial estate, but a bit further over, double the distance to the industrial estate. You can see East Midlands Airport.
Is that East Midlands?
Yeah, it is indeed.
Right, so I'm right over the 50 now. I can see the JCB sign on the building.
Good.
So my new heading is 225. So I'm at the right height. Speed's okay. So I'll turn down now onto 225. Left turn.
Make sure you get back over the target before you turn onto your desired heading.
So there's a race course there. So I've got the race course there. That's 2-4. So I want to get over this road and then get to my heading, yeah?
Yeah, I'd look to get back over top of Utox to then set your heading. It's going to take us...
So I said about 24 minutes to get back.
Yeah.
So you're looking at 10-2.
Well, wait until we get over Utox to...
Yeah.
I think we're going to have plenty of time this time going back. Look at our ground speed, how it's just disappeared. Utoxeter is quite a nice one. You know, you've got to think about the NAV because it takes you close to Birmingham airspace.
Yeah.
Get it wrong, you could end up in the East Midlands.
The trouble with this is I sort of know how to get there because I live here.
Don't worry.
So
don't worry. This is all part of flying.
Yeah.
You will come up here again. All right.
Right, so I'm over here now. I'm going to go onto my heading now. 225. Right turn.
What was your heading?
225.
What are you flying?
240.
Okay. So which way have you got to turn?
Oh, I thought I was wrong then.
Yeah. That's what the gross error check's for.
22. There. So now I want Blifffield Reservoir on my left and the JC building on my right.
Yeah.
Let me just climb up a bit.
And you should have Cannock Chase somewhere out in front of you, maybe slightly to the left of the nose.
Right, so 225, which I'm on, 2,000 feet, Blifffield Reservoir, Cannock Chase, and I can see Pie Green Tower over there. I'll just do a freezer check. So fuel, I've got enough fuel because I put 50 litres in. Radio, I'm on 80 Greens radio station. Direction, I'm just going to settle the airplane now and then just check the compass.
What power did you say you were going to use?
Power?
Yep.
2,300, just over from my
Yeah.
so just let it settle a minute. Hang on. 2-2. Hang on. Let it just settle a minute. 2-1, 2-2, 2-2. That's okay. Direction, feed. Altitude.
We're not controlling this altitude too well today, are we?
No.
But you are doing the right thing. You're losing height, you're doing something positive about it, and that's all the examiner can ask you. What's causing the aircraft to get down?
I'll trim. I think.
Could be trim.
The 2-2.
But the air itself might be descending, hasn't it?
Yeah, it might be a bit, yeah. The Pie Green Tower's there.
So what's our ETA back to the green? What time do we
ETA.
expect to get over the airfield?
24 and a half minutes. So it's going to be about 5-2.
So 55.
55, yeah. I'll try and get this straight and level. So 55, we should be back over the airfield.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Blifffield Reservoir's on my left still. I'm heading towards the Pie Green Tower now, really. But I'm off my heading.
Yeah, you really do need your best to fly the headings.
Yeah.
Because the heading will take you to the target. Flying to
Exactly,
Blyfield may not.
Exactly,
Sorry, flying to the tower may not take you directly.
That's correct, yeah.
He will want to see you fly a designated heading. It doesn't matter if you drift left or right a little bit and just slightly tweak it.
Now I've got it set up, I can take my hand off there, can't I, and have both on here?
Yeah.
So I'm on my heading now, my height's a bit better. Blifffield Reservoir there.
So this is a DME. Tuned into Apenny Green, 108.60 is Apenny Green, alright. Yeah. It's saying with 22.3 nautical miles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just jumped to 25. Well, don't know whether we're going backwards or not. 24, 22.3, there you go. If I switch it to GS stroke T, that's ground speed and the time it's going to take.
18
so
minutes.
It's saying 18 minutes.
Knots.
72 knots and 18 minutes. That's ground speed though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want.
If I switch it back to F frequency, it just gives me my distance. Very useful piece of kit though, is just to help double check things.
Yeah.
If you now look at your watch and you add 18 minutes to it.
Yeah, it'd be 55. So, my ADF here.
Yeah.
I can change that. Oh, I was reading about that one. Because you can move the back dial, can't you?
You can.
So I can set it to my heading.
Yeah.
You can set it to 0, or you can set it to your heading, and then it tells you what heading you need to go to the airport, doesn't it?
Well, what you got to understand is your track across the ground is a direct route from A to B.
Yeah.
Your heading takes into consideration the wind doesn't it?
Yeah.
Therefore, if you're flying a heading, the nose isn't pointing directly to the airfield, is it?
No.
So you're always going to have a bit of offset on the ADF, and that's what you've got here. So fly your heading until you get a little bit close to the airfields, yeah?
Yeah. So, got Pie Green Tower over there.
With the ADF, sorry, Julian, what I'm saying to you is, my expectation with the ADF is to see the needle somewhere within plus or minus 30 degrees of the aircraft at this sort of range,
yeah,
with this sort of wind correction angle.
Yeah.
Yep. And lo and behold, it is. So if I put 225 in there, at the top. Which is what I think.
225, yeah.
225. We're probably a little bit to the right of track. What's this built up area over here that you can see?
Well, that's Pie Green, so that's Stafford.
Yeah. So look at Pie Green, look at Stafford and say, am I just going in the right direction?
So we've got Stafford there, Pie Green there.
What's that built up area just down here?
Great Haywood, or Little Haywood, I think. Yeah, it is, because we took off on there when we did my balloon flight the other week.
So, is that in the right place? Now you're using, what you're doing is you're using your knowledge of the area to help pinpoint, are you on track?
Great Haywood, I should be going right over it.
Okay, so you're slightly to the right.
Slightly to the right, yeah.
So what you do is just drift the aircraft slightly left. You need to be that way a bit slightly, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm right over Shugborough Hall.
Yeah.
So at your halfway point, what you got to think is at the halfway point, where do I need to be?
I need to have Cannock on my left.
Yep.
And the way I'm going, I'd end up with Penkridge on my left. I'd be too far right.
So just let drift just a little bit. Yeah?
Yeah.
Ideally what you should do is get to your halfway point.
And then correct.
And then correct. But it's quite a strong wind out there, isn't it?
Yeah, because I'm off my heading now, so...
Yeah. I know. But you're correcting, aren't you? You're just letting the aircraft drift back towards the true track.
I'll consider Pie Green Tower now. The speed's okay. So I've got 80.
Your ground speed's dropped.
58.
So time-wise, we're no closer. In all that time, we've done 18. We've done 2 miles in all that time.
We're getting there. We are moving, aren't we?
It might be tea time by the time we get back to the airfield, though. Your dinner's in the dog.
I done a stew this morning.
Nice.
And put it in the slow cooker for tonight.
Oh, nice. Well, any particular type?
Beef. Beef stew.
Have you pulled the beef apart?
Yeah, of course I have.
Oh,
lovely.
Beautiful.
Cubes.
Oh, you chop it into cubes rather than pull it?
Yeah.
Nice. What else you put in with it?
Potatoes, leek, onion, mushrooms, carrots.
Oh, nice.
Peas and dumplings, but the peas and dumplings go in the last hour.
Yeah. Well, they're just going to mush, won't they?
Yeah, and I've got to go and get some nice crusty bread when I finish it.
Oh, fucking hell, Julian.
Right, let me have a look where I am now. So I've got Pie Green there, there's Cannock.
So what might you want to do now?
I can go back onto my heading now.
Absolutely, yeah. Well done. Little built-up area just here, any ideas?
That's Penkridge, isn't it?
It is indeed Penkridge, yeah.
See, it's because I know it.
Absolutely.
If we went west of the airfield, I'd be struggling.
Yeah,
this is because I know it.
But you have to take calculated risks with an area you don't know, and you have to make some assumptions. So the key thing is, if you fly accurately, if you've done your due diligence with your plan, and you've looked at the weather, you've taken the forecasted weather, and you've done a correct plan, there's no reason why that shouldn't work.
Yeah.
So all you're going to do is fly down a route that you've never flown before. Time-wise, you're just going to check, right, I think I'm going to be south of being Penkridge at X. I'm going to be over Wolverhampton at Y. Time, yeah?
Yep.
And I expect to see this in this position, that in that position. And if you do your homework about the course and the track you're going to fly, it shouldn't be a problem.
No, well I can see Pie Green Tower, Pie Green Road all the way down there, all the way to Cannock. To the fire station.
Your fire station.
Damn it, yeah.
So do you live in Utoxeter? You don't, do you?
No, no. Well, I come this way to work every morning, don't
Yeah.
I? To go into Leek.
Oh God, yeah, of course.
I do want to fly to Leek, but because you've got to be careful of the mountains, ain't you?
Well, that's not an issue on a clear day. But what I would suggest is, first of all, let's get you up navigating properly.
Yeah.
I mean, you're making a good job of this. Keep going.
So coming back, I should have the pools at Gailey, the prisons over there.
So the pools at Gailey,
Yeah.
Gailey Island, should that be left, right, or underneath the aeroplane?
Hang on. Cannock.
Fly your head in.
Yeah.
When your head goes down, you still need to make sure you fly your head in.
Yeah. Cannock. That should be on my right. No, hang on.
Oh, that's another one. Another way. This Penkridge here, you've already pointed at.
Penkridge, yeah.
Are we too close, too far, just about right? What do you think?
Bit too close, really.
Alright. So what's that suggesting to you?
We need to get left a bit.
Yeah. Now when your head went down, you turned right.
Yeah.
So you've got to be careful. Every time your head goes down, you don't inadvertently turn the aircraft either left or right.
All right, yeah.
Some people hang their hand on the controls and that pulls the aircraft to the left.
Yeah.
Some people counter it and pick the hand up slightly, that turns it right. You've got to be neutral. It takes a bit of getting used to not to influence the aircraft too much.
So I've got the thingy state, the viola underneath me.
Yeah.
We literally come, that was underneath us on the way here.
Okay.
And we was a bit closer to the prison.
Just look out my side, what I got here. You see them?
Yeah, the two wind farms at Penkridge.
Yeah.
We should be right between the wind farms and the prison.
Well, it looks about right then, doesn't it?
Yeah. 12 mile away.
Yeah. There we go. Averaging now 60 knots. So, we are generally flying directly towards the airfield, aren't we? Do you agree?
Yeah.
And that's giving us 59 knots. Our indicated airspeed has given us what?
90.
93. So the difference is the wind speed that we're experiencing. The headwind component. It's quite a bit.
Yeah, so that's the M6 down there. A5 there.
Yeah. Bouncy, bouncy.
We're nearly into the cloud, aren't we?
Ow.
So, yeah, but if I planned to fly at 3, didn't I? We'd have been close there, wouldn't we?
Yeah, you would have been close at 3, yeah. And that's the other consideration you've got to think about. Now,
also, I can see the clear hills in front of me.
yeah, so that's telling you got some good...
So I'm heading towards the right way. And the visibility is good. It's okay. I'm just losing a bit of height. Got the railway track underneath me.
Yeah.
We've got the prison on the left there. Another freezer check, so fuel, I've got enough fuel. Radio, on 80 green frequency.
They're fairly quiet now, aren't they? Let's just double check. So,
direction again.
as we track back towards the general direction of Hatley Green,
Yeah.
at some point in time we've got to give them a call, haven't we?
Yeah.
Tell them we're inbound. What sort of range would you suggest?
10 mile.
I would as well, yeah.
So we're on 10 mile now. So we're to the northeast inbound, aren't we? 10 mile. So is it?
Yeah, 10 mile northeast. 2,000 feet.
Golf Mike Hotel. 2,000 foot to the northeast inbound.
10 to the northeast inbound.
Say again, sorry.
2,000 feet, 10 nautical miles to the northeast inbound.
Okay.
Golf Juliet, India Mike Hotel.
10 to the
10 to the north, east, inbound. Golf Mike Hotel.
Golf Juliet India Mike Hotel, roger. Report overhead, runway 22 left hand, QFE 1015.
Runway 22, Q&E 1005. Golf Mike Hotel.
Golf Mike Hotel, QFE 1015.
1015, Golf Mike Hotel.
Remember, you haven't spoken to him for a little while, so
I
it's
should have said
always,
Hatley Green.
yeah, always nice to say Hatley Green information. Yeah. So, what this is showing me is you probably need to write some of these calls out at the moment. Yeah.
Well, I've lost my pen. I've lost my chinograph somewhere.
Don't know where your chinograph's gone. It's probably somewhere down between us. You want a pen, you can have a pen,
Yeah,
but you've also got a pencil.
Yeah, I wrote it on there, didn't I? So.
Yep. Height.
Don't know why I've done that. May I put that?
Height. Yeah, so we'll have a look at another NAVX next time you're in. What I want you to do is have a little concentration on doing your flight plan, doing your map plan, doing your flight plan, and doing a little radio plan about what calls you're going to make. Yeah?
Yeah.
And writing them out in full. Yeah? And using it as a prompt sheet. Can you see the airfield?
It should be to the left over there. About 7 miles away. No, not yet.
I can see it when I sit up.
Is it see the white buildings over there?
There are some small white buildings, yeah. Don't you hate it when I do that? RPM. Flight 2300.
Why can I not see the airfield?
Don't worry, fly the airplane, just keep tracking in.
So as soon as I can see the airfield, I'll change to my Q&E.
QFE.
QFE, yeah.
Yep, that's correct.
Hatley Green information, it's Golf Papa Hotel, Yankee Zulu. 1 mile south of Chelmarsh, 2,500 feet inbound for an overhead join.
Golf Papa Hotel Yankee Zulu, Hatley Green information, hello again. Report overhead, runway 22 left hand, QFE 1015.
Wilco 22 left, QFE 1015, Yankee Zulu.
Golf Yankee Zulu, traffic inbound from the northeast for an overhead join, Cessna 152.
Yankee Zulu, copy.
So he's coming from Chalmarsh, which is that way, isn't it?
Yep.
Golf Mike Hotel, traffic I'm sure you heard inbound from just south of Chalmarsh for overhead join, the Jubberoo.
Golf.
Golf Mike Hotel.
Just say copy traffic, Golf Mike Hotel. Now you're gently bleeding the power off, look. Yeah. So, got to be conscious of what that hand's doing on that throttle.
Yeah, I can see the airfield now.
Great, lovely. So, what
so
can you do
I
now?
can set to 1015.
Yep.
So now I'll just have it. That can go away now. I've got the airfield, so I've got to get me a... So we're coming in this way.
Yep. So, it's asked you to join in the overhead, but
Yeah.
do you need to go into the overhead as such?
I could go to the right of it and then just descend dead.
Yeah.
Just say descending dead side.
Yep. That's what I would do.
So I can see. I think I can see 22.
Yeah.
And we're to the right of it. So we're on the dead side.
Lovely. Yeah.
So I could just drift over and then go across at 1300 over the end of the runway.
I probably wouldn't drift it any wider yet.
In fact, I'm literally off.
Dead
Well,
side,
I'm on 22, heading 22. So
you're going to parallel it.
yeah,
So the only other consideration you got to think is that Jabberoo coming in is going to have a tailwind. He's going to be doing quite a bit faster than us.
Yeah.
So there's an expectation that he might arrive overhead at the same time as us.
right.
Might be even earlier.
So when I get into 2 miles, I can say overhead descending dead side.
You can.
But I'm expecting him to be over there, coming towards us.
Yankee Zulu's overhead.
So he's there somewhere.
Golf Yankee Zulu, report downwind.
Wilco, Yankee Zulu.
And we've still got a mile to run to the overhead.
Yeah.
The problem is did he call just as he entered the zone, or did he call directly overhead?
Right.
Your RPM's dropping off because you're gently raising the nose. Now, are you raising the nose because you mean to?
I lost a bit of height. I didn't want to lose any more height.
No, I get that.
I can see the Jabberoo straight in front of the nose now.
Good. I assume he's descending dead side.
Yeah,
Good.
he's underneath us anyway.
Technical information, Golf Lima Romeo November Charlie, South, no, highly request airfield information.
Can you see him down there? About 11 o'clock.
If he's down below us, there's no chance I'm going to see him.
Golf Lima Romeo
in the
November
way.
Charlie, report overhead, runway 22 left hand, QFE 1015.
Runway 22 left hand,
Technically you can commence the descent.
1025, Golf November Charlie.
Car beat.
Golf November Charlie, QFE 1015.
Correct,
See there.
QFE 1015, Golf November Charlie.
Too many.
Golf November Charlie, traffic
6.
inbound from the northeast for overhead join, Cessna 152.
Can you see him now? Over there.
Roger,
Oh, I got him,
traffic,
he's crosswind.
Golf November Charlie.
Call him dead side descending.
Golf Mike Hotel. Descending dead side.
Golf Mike Hotel, roger, report downwind.
Golf Mike Hotel.
Yeah, there's no way I was going to see him. He was behind the engine. He was down here. Got him now, though.
Golf Yankee Zulu's downwind to land 22.
Golf Yankee Zulu, report final.
Go Yankee Zulu.
So we want to go across the numbers that way, don't we?
You do indeed. Affirmative.
At 1,300 feet.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I get out of the numbers, drop 2. There you go. So I'm over the runway now.
A little bit of turbulence.
Golf Yankee Zulu's final to land.
One's down here. Up here.
Golf Yankee Zulu, runway
that's our
22,
aircraft.
surface wind 250, 13 knots, land your discretion.
Landing Yankee Zulu.
So I want to be at 1,000 foot now then, don't I?
Go and take us left turn downwind. Don't want to get too far away. What's the downwind heading?
2204.
Yep.
Golf Mike Hotel, downwind to land.
Golf Mike Hotel, report final.
Golf Mike Hotel.
Golf Yankee Zulu at the far end, vacate left, taxi parking.
Yankee Zulu will go.
What's your height? Circuit height?
Yeah, it's 1,000. What am I doing here?
Don't know. That's what Nana failed on. Holding his circuit height.
I should be heading towards Crossford there.
Oh, I'd turn it even further if I were you. I know that's technically correct, but that wind, crosswind, is going to give you a mighty blow.
So now it's car beat on.
Golf November Charlie, descending dead 5.
Golf November Charlie, report downwind.
Two-stage of flap. Oh,
Okay, Golf November Charlie.
wait till in the arc. 2-stage of flap. Trim for 70.
Look at all the pumpkins.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Why I pumpkin pie? Collecting them as well.
Golf Mike Hotel, final to land.
Golf Mike Hotel, runway 22, surface wind 250, 14 knots, land your discretion.
Golf Mike Hotel.
Brakes, undercarriage mixture.
Golf November Charlie, downwind to land.
I should have done that up there.
Golf November Charlie, report final, 1 report to the head on final.
Wilco, traffic inside, Golf November Charlie.
300-foot carpet going in.
Gently back with that power. Nice one, just let it roll. Just let it roll.
Golf Mike Hotel at the far end, vacate left, taxi parking.
Vacate left, at the end, taxi parking, Golf Mike Hotel.
Good. Well done. The only reason why we use this runway is because of the wind, and when the wind does come round, it's generally quite strong.
Yeah.
Today is no exception.
Golf November Charlie, final.
Golf November Charlie, runway 22, surface wind 22012, gusting 22 knots, land or touch and go, your discretion.
Landing, Golf November Charlie.
I have control.
I have control.
You tidy it up.
Yeah, after landing. Carburet cold. Flaps up in stages. 1. Throttle, finger tight. So, radio, nav and electrics off. So leave the radio on.
So switch your DME,
DMA off.
transponder,
Transponder can go off.
and if you could, you'd switch the ADF off, but you can't.
You can't. That's
Yeah.
it.
Golf November Charlie at the far end, vacate left, taxi parking.
You all okay?
At the far
You
end,
done?
vacate left, taxi
Yeah.
parking, Golf November Charlie.
You have control.
I have control. Where do you want him parking?
Just park it here, just slow it down. Gently across the grass. Release the brakes. That's it. Check the wing. Squeeze it forward a little bit further. That's lovely. Hold it there.
Parking brake on, set to 1200. Check for dead cut. Left. Right. Radio's off. Throttle closed and mixture.